guys, Joe the Glow here, back at you with another video. Today we're going to review Dragonball FighterZ, the newest Dragon Ball game to hit the market. I just got to start off by saying it is one of the highest selling Dragon Ball Z games in franchise history. Just because as of last week, it has sold over 2 million copies worldwide. That's the fastest any Dragon Ball Z game has ever sold. If you don't believe me, go onto your phone, your tablet, computer, Google that right quick. You're gonna see the proof right there. Now, back to the main part. This game is awesome. I got to play it back in E3 of 2017, and it was an amazing game. The side scroller, it's like a true fighting game. A lot of people say, "Oh, Xenoverse 2 is better. They like the Xenoverse series better than this." Xenoverse, I've played those. They're cool. They're dope. You can make your own character, whether it's a Earthling, a Saiyan, Namekian, Frieza clan race, whatever the hell you want to call that shit. You can make yourself a Majin character, like a Buu race. Like it's dope, and it's really cool. You get to fight throughout history and all the other stuff. Graphics are cool. It's awesome. The thing about fighters that's so different and special that a lot of real hardcore fighter game uh, players will like, and also Dragon Ball fans in general will like, is the fact that it looks so much like the original manga and anime. You're literally playing the manga and anime. Like, you have that in your hands. If you're gonna play as Goku, you legit are playing like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, and it's dope. The fact that it's 2D when you're fighting, it's like 2D and 3D at the same time, so it sounds kind of trippy, but it's not, and it's just like the coolest thing ever. What I like about this game, other than how the graphics are, is how easy the controls are. It's not the hardest thing. It's sort of, to me, it seems similar to, I would say, Street Fighter. Street Fighter, like how Street Fighter, actually, yeah, let's go with Street Fighter. The way Street Fighter is presented is you have the two characters, one facing left, one facing right, and then you just go at it. That's how this game is. That's how a lot of fighter games are, I know. But let's stick with Street Fighter. So we're going to go with that. The character controls for Street Fighter are not too difficult, depending on the character. Some are easy, some are easier than others, and some aren't. But you can easily get over that. This game is like tailored for like new and old gamers alike. If you're new to the fighting game scene and to Dragon Ball Z in general, you can pick this up and you're good to go. If you're a veteran at fighting games, you're gonna pick this up and you're gonna destroy everybody that even has an internet connection. I mean, like, utterly, like, destroy these people. You're gonna beat them worse than Topo beating the hell out of Frieza in last week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. Speaking of Super, in the beginning of this video, I showed, a small glimpse of the characters roster. You're going to see a couple faces from Super. So this game spans from, I would say, definitely beginning Dragon Ball Z all the way up to not current Super, but current enough to like the Goku Black Art, the latest. Because they have, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, those old ass people. And then you got like the more newer characters. You have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, got Adult Gohan, Kid Buu, you got Beerus, Goku Black, one of my favorite villains. No, actually, he is my number one favorite villain of the entire Dragon Ball franchise, with Perfect Cell being a close second. And hey, Perfect Cell's in there. So you got Frieza, Goku, Trunks, Vegeta. You got Hit, you got Beerus. The one thing that's cool and kind of different is the fact that Goku and Vegeta, their Super Saiyan Blue forms, are their own separate characters. So you can either pick regular Goku, aka Goku Super Saiyan in parentheses, or you can pick Super Saiyan Blue Goku. It's not like you can pick Goku and then transform. That's kind of okay, I guess. Like other games do it, like Xenoverse 2 kind of has that in a sense. Like you can, like, they have Goku, Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan Blue. But what I think would have been cool is like being able to pick whatever character you want and transforming into like Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue or whatever. Because the only character I can think of that can transform is definitely Frieza, because his ultimate attack is transforming into Golden Frieza, and then his attacks just do a shit ton of damage to your face. That's pretty much it. Other than that, everybody else, well, Goku kinda, his super is just going Super Saiyan 3 and hitting you with a Kamehameha after like punching the hell out of you. but then that's about it. You don't stay in that form. You just transform just for the move, and that's it. Frieza, when you transform, you're in that form, and then you just beat the hell out of somebody, until the match is over or you get knocked out of it. And I guess you can kind of say adult Gohan because he does his potential unlocked. Well, not really, but that's about it. Everybody else is just normal. They just do ultimate attacks, and the ultimate attacks, oh my god, those ultimate attacks are just beautiful. When you do a destructive finish, which will be demonstrated throughout this video, you're going you're gonna have your mind blown as if you were playing it. It's like watching beam struggles and stuff in old school Dragon Ball Z. None of that Super stuff. Super is cool, but OG Dragon Ball Z attacks when it's just flashy and you see the beam coming off the planet and blowing up buildings and blowing up everything to hell, and it's just dope as hell. Like the graphics are amazing, the fluidity of everything is on. It's just on point. It's an amazing Dragon Ball Z game. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z games, or Dragon Ball Z, even in the slightest, you're gonna love this game. The story mode is pretty cool. The story mode has which I think is actually dope. It's separated into arcs. You have the Super Warrior arc, the Enemy Warrior arc, and the Android 21. If you didn't know, Android 21 is a brand new character created by Akira Toriyama himself, the creator of Dragon Ball, just for this game. And that's pretty cool. She's an interesting character. If you haven't seen the screenshots or gameplay of it, because the game's been out for about a week and a few days now, almost a week and a half, maybe close to 2 weeks. You're going to see that when she transforms, quote unquote transforms, she becomes a female Majin character. She's an android that's similar to Cell, that has different cells and techniques and knowledge of all the Z characters and whatever. But she also has a Majin form, and she turns people into, in the game they call candy, but she turns them into desserts and shit, so whatever. She's a cool character. Don't have any issues with her. I like how they separate the story mode into 3 separate arcs, so it's you're literally playing through Dragon Ball Z all over. It's you have the Saiyan saga, then you have the Planet Namek saga, then you have the Android saga, then the Cell. So it's like that, and that's pretty dope. The storyline, it's kind of weird in a sense. I don't hate it, I don't love it. I can deal with it. Basically, it's everybody has their power sealed away, and then there's a soul inside of you. So from time to time, if you're playing as Goku, in let's say in the first arc, him and a whole bunch of people are gonna just start talking to his chest, and he's gonna start talking to himself and shit. And it's kind of weird for Dragon Ball. Even for Dragon Ball, it's really weird. But no, eventually you learn to ignore it, and so that way you can just get straight to the fighting, and it's pretty cool. Then you move around on a board. It reminds me of old school Dragon Ball games where you start off at one point, then you move to the next point, have a fight, move to the next point, have a fight, move to the next point, have a fight until you reach the boss and stuff, and you're good to go. So that's how it really works. As far as the story mode goes, especially for you beginner players out there, it's pretty good, and it's very important to do story mode instead of the tutorial. You can do either. It'll tell you to do tutorial to give you in-game money so you can buy stuff, but it's better to definitely go for story mode, not only just so you can unlock the characters and get a feel for what the game is really like, but throughout the first arc of the story mode, they're gonna have tutorial fights. So you do a main fight, beat the guy's ass, move on, you go to the next point. It'll teach you different ways of how to fight. So it'll say, oh, learn how to dodge an attack, or do your super, or how to teleport behind somebody. So that's pretty dope. I think that's awesome. Just in case, if somebody's just rushing to go through story mode so they can learn how to fight that way, this adds on an extra layer of training, which is dope, because you're gonna need it. Because the minute you go into these online battles, before you even before it even says fight begin, you already got your ass kicked. So it's I strongly recommend going through that. With all that being said, the online part is the most brutal thing ever. Yeah, you have different modes to choose from: story, training, local fights, for you and your friends. They also have an arcade mode, which is dope, which I'm playing right now in arcade mode, if you haven't noticed. Arcade mode is pretty dope. That's how you get to unlock Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta sooner, and get different avatars and stuff like that. But the online is so brutal. It's it's tough. The fact that some people have higher ranks is like mind-boggling. It's impressive, and I guarantee this game will be at Evo. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be at Evo. Dragon Ball FighterZ is gonna be at Evo. It's gonna be at pretty much any like fighting game tournament out there besides Evo. Anything else, major, minor, whatever it is, this game's gonna be there. So train up, learn how to not get your shit rocked, because I'm currently learning how to do that, and you'll be fine. Another thing to mention, this game is dope. It's literally watching an episode of Dragon Ball, especially when the match begins and your character has their own custom intro, which is dope. Especially Goku Black's, which is my favorite because I love the character so much. He comes in and say he's going up against Trunks. He's gonna say something pertaining to like their relationship, since Goku Black was in the future Trunks arc in Dragon Ball Super. If you have Vegeta versus Goku, they're gonna have some banter between them that's just iconic to just them. Same thing with at the end, when you win the match, your character will say a line pertaining to either other members on their team or to the people that they just defeated. So, for example, if you have future Trunks and he beat Black, he'll say like, "Oh, ha ha ha, Goku's not the only Super Saiyan, I'm the only one." No. Yeah, well, he says that for Goku Black, which is weird, but if he's going up against Frieza, he'll be like, "Hey, Goku's not the only Super Saiyan, I am one too." And, you know, just basically talk shit to Frieza like he did in Dragon Ball Z when they fought. So, that's pretty much everything. I can go in further detail, but this video will be like hours and hours longer, and so far we're already at the 11.5-minute mark, so I'm gonna just let this video end on its own with the ending of my match. So, as always, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, gamers, keep grinding.
その目で見てみろ。この私の美しさがよーくわかるだろう。さあ、さらなる高みに登るとしようか。